What's up, TCG Metaslay here. Just gonna do a quick unboxing, guys. I've talked about this a lot, and I finally decided to get myself actually 2 boxes of Final Radiance because, man, this thing is sitting at a super low price, like 12 bucks. I paid for mine each, so 24 bucks. I got 2 of them. I'm only gonna open one for the video, but basically that gives me obviously one SSB Vegito to play with, the Shining Warrior, and a second one as a backup. Put in my binder, and there's some great cards in here, and it gives you a play set. Because again, unfortunately, Bandai is only giving you 2 of each of the starter cards. So you kind of need to buy 2 to get the full play set of the starter cards. Or you need to buy them as singles, basically. But here it is, showing off some of the new mechanics. Right, it's going to give us a Z Extra card specifically for Vegito. And this is a black leader, so let's do it. SD23. Again, I have 2 of them, so I'm going to open up this one pretty roughly, I guess you could say. Just gonna kind of rip it up. I'm gonna throw this one away anyways. The only downside to this, I will say, is the fact that it didn't come with a booster, unfortunately. I wish it did. If it came with a booster too, that'd be amazing. But anyways, this I'm excited for because give us the, kind of like the rules and the card sheet. This is nice, just like a basic glossary. But yeah, no, I'm excited because I want to play a Vegito of a different color. I have the original one from set 2, my red one. It's one of my favorite decks of all time, because it's basically like a rainbow deck. I still haven't made a lot of black decks, so this one I'm excited to play because it feels like it's solid all around. Not too complex, but still enough strategy where it's not as straightforward as like previous Overwhelm type black decks. I think they're really starting to sculpt out the mechanics for the color, and I think it's a great color. It's been hit with a lot of bans over the years because people get upset when the aggro decks come out, especially the fast ones with Overwhelm, which again, some of them I haven't seen a lot in our area, so I have helped unban them in some of our locals in our games and stuff like that. But for me, it'll be interesting to see if they did bring them back and if black would be so overwhelming. But anyways, that's a topic for another video. Right now we're going to focus on this. Oh, and it actually comes with a playmat, so the playmat is separate. Interesting. Playmat separate. It'll be interesting to take a look at this too, just because maybe it has a an update. This is what makes it so easy to get into the game really quick. Yeah, I'm sure see, this is new right here. They give you, I think, this section here of game flow, charge phase, all that stuff. I'm definitely going to read it, and I'll have obviously one with me all the time, and just an extra playmat. This is kind of cool. I know they've been giving these out, but I'm just wondering really quick too if they've kind of updated it. I mean, they had to have updated it, so maybe this is something nice to just keep in the pocket, to put out and play somewhere. You don't always have to bring a mat with you. Yeah, because I mean, they have to add the Z energy in the Z deck area, so this is like the first of its kind. This is kind of like a cool little playmat, and they added another one here, Rule Manual 4.2. I actually haven't even looked at this, so I think a lot of people take this for granted. Ooh, one of my favorite leaders and decks right there, the Son Gohan from the starter. Excellent deck. I did a video on that. I should definitely recover it because I've been adding stuff. But yeah, oh wait, what does that say right there? 50 to 60. Okay, cool. But yeah, this is super nice. Yeah, I know I did look at the other ones before when I first got into the game, almost 2 years ago now. But again, it's come a long way since staying Showdown and Cross Spirits and all that stuff. So there's definitely a lot to look at now. So we'll be doing that. All right, cool. So let's just get into the deck really quick. We'll just start with the Z battle deck because you can see the leader right there. It's cool. SSB Vegito. In the Z, he only goes up to yellow, to normal Super Saiyan to fight Boo, and in this one it's Prison Planet, which again I haven't seen. That's probably Heroes. But we did see him reach blue when he fought against Zamasu and Goku Black. That was an epic arc from Dragon Ball Super. And another reason why I like this is I'm building the yellow Vegito deck, but in reality, that one from what was that, from Power Absorbed? That one is more like a Goku deck because as I realized, it takes place during the final Spirit Bomb moments against Boo after Vegito, so that's even more epic. And it's kind of like the conclusion, right? So it's about Goku and Vegeta splitting up from Vegito, and then it's about Goku, Z awakening and using the Spirit Bomb. So that's super thematic and fun, and that's why the leader as a first, starts off with 20k as Vegito, and then it awakens into Goku, and then you have to Z awaken. All right, but anyways, that being said, let's just get right into this. So yeah, if you want to get like you know, more of these, you have to you know, get the second starter deck or buy them as singles, obviously. But we get enough here. I think we get 3 of each. So this is actually pretty good. Oh, but you can get a second one of these. Look at that final Kamehameha, man. That thing is gorgeous. I really like it when they have like just a straight up foiling in the center, or, you know, as an effect. But really cool. There it is. If your battle card costs 6 or more, when it's attacking, play something in your Z energy and you can remove this from the game. Then you can give an opponent, choose an opponent's battle card, warp it, and then choose your attacking card, and it gets plus 10,000 for the battle, and you have 4 more energy at the end of the battle. Play up to 1 of each Son, Goku, and Vegeta cards, you know, black energy cost of 1 from your drop with their skills negated. This is excellent. So basically, you know, when you're on the offensive or, you know, even on the defensive, you basically get to warp one of your opponent's characters and then one of your opponent's battle cards, right? And then you can give, oh no, never mind, you want to use this for attacking. Okay, so when you attack, you warp an opponent's battle card and you give your attacking card 10k. And then after that, you get to bring a Goku and a Vegeta back from your warp. That costs 1, so probably, you know, the vanilla ones that you use for fusing. But excellent card. I mean, that's a lot of pressure for 1, and a lot of value for just 1 energy and 1 Z energy. I really like this warped, like kind of 3/4 down perspective here on Trunks. And we have a nice standard picture here of Mai, who would be the waifu of Trunks. Again, I really like the Dragon Ball characters. The women look, you know, I guess real and natural and conservative. So they look, you know, they look pretty, they look nice. They don't look overdone is what the problem is with a lot of other anime TCGs where the women just look, you know, outrageous, you know, the girl characters and stuff. So I really like it. She looks like a soldier, you know, carrying that shotgun, and she obviously is from the future where she's helping the, you know, in Trunks' alternate timeline, she's helping the survivors of Earth against the androids and their takeover of Earth. But this Trunks here, deflect 2 for 2. Let's see here. And then if you have the Mai out, he'll be at 20k. And you can spend 1 to play him if your opponent has 2 or more energy. And you actually play from underneath the Mai. Let's see here. Then you get another Son, Goku, and a Vegeta card. Same thing, vanillas from drop and play their skills negated. Okay, so this is another way that you get to bring back your Goku and your Vegeta after you you fuse, or if they get taken out or whatever. And he, you know, he can put pressure out for 20k if you still have a Mai. Now the Mai, it looks like, yeah, she has the Z stack, and great, she has the barrier, so that's awesome. They kind of come out as a couple, right? You play her, and then you Z stack your Trunks underneath. And as you can see, you'll just pay the 1 black here to play him from underneath the Mai. He becomes 20k as long as she's in play, and you also get to bring back a Trunks, or excuse me, a Goku and a Vegeta. So excellent. And then the Mai, what she does is basically, if your leader is a black card with both Son, Goku, and Vegeta. Okay, so basically, yeah, using it with this leader only. You can bottom deck a card from your hand, switch this to rest mode, and get a Vegito cost with a cost of 6 from your deck. Wow, that's amazing. So this gives you a nice consistency. That's really fun and thematic, you know. What you do, you play her, you Z stack, then you rest her to use her power to search your deck for a Vegito that costs 6. We'll take a look at it in a second. And then once you do that, you can you basically, what, you have it in your hand, right? Yeah, you have it in your hand. And then once you have the materials like the Goku and the Vegeta, then you can union, I believe you're going to obviously union Patara. So you have to play them, union Patara out to Vegito. And then, you know, again, if you use their skills and they get removed or they get put into your drop, or after you use Vegito, he gets taken out and they go to the drop, then you go, boom, here comes Trunks. And then you can bring back the Goku and the Vegeta into play. Then you can activate main, rest the Mai, go grab another Vegito from your deck. So that's a really nice mechanic. Makes it so that way, again, it's more consistent, and, you know, it gets the job done thematically. So that sounds great. Sounds like it's going to be fun to play, to just keep on, you know, Union Pataring, keeping that pressure on. Something tells me this is going to be more of an offensive deck. I think black was originally intended to be that way, but I think it has a good balance on both extremes. I mean, it can be super super defensive. I'm going to open this up behind the camera so I can take a look. 1 second. Yeah, because over the last, I would say 4 or 5 sets, maybe even more, they've given a lot of new counters and like removal options to black. Like it's ridiculous. Like look at even this this Kamehameha right here, right? So for just 1 black and 1 Z energy, you're already warping something, but as you attack. So it kind of gives it that offensive edge, but there's again plenty of removal and stuff like that in black. I feel like it's second only to green. But black is super good at it, for sure. Oh man, this thing is sweet. I like this. I like this a lot. I just want to play Vegito just to, you know, play him in this form. Looks excellent. And then look at that. We got the Goku and the Vegeta full art in the back. And then blam! And then this guy, so you kind of have to buy at least 2 starter decks. And then, I don't know, maybe you want to buy a 3rd or a 4th one as a single to either load up your Z deck. I mean, you're really pretty much going to use this package. Or, you know, at least, I feel like you need at least 2 of these because it seems like, you know, you want to have a big turn to attack with this or to finish off the opponent or just get a huge momentum shift, you know, take out one of their big guys and hit them for a strong damage or whatever. Or again, you know, close out the game. Secondly, it looks like already here, when you're awakened, you have to have the final Kamehameha. And you can draw a card every time you activate a union once per turn. So that actually gives you card advantage until maybe you go for the finishing attack or something like that. On top of the fact that you can just draw one when you attack. So solid abilities. Again, thematic and pretty much easy to use, and it'll be fun letting you focus on just playing the game and you know, battling your opponent with a kind of a straightforward leader ability, but gives you good bonuses for sure. And additionally, last once per turn, activate main, choose up to one of your Vegitos, and you can even give it 5k. So yeah, this is definitely gonna have a big offensive boost, right? You're drawing, so you can combo and, you know, get to your cards faster. You can keep recurring your Vegitos here with Goku and Vegeta. And then on top of that, you can get 5k every turn. And then you can also go with a bang and hit that final Kamehameha for 10k. Like that's, ooh, that sounds super fun. And ooh, they gave us the starter stuff in foil. So this is what you need. So it looks like, I haven't checked online on the card list, but I don't know what our options are for 1-drop Goku and Vegetas. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few because they've been, you know, they've been prevalent in other archetypes. But again, they have to be Vegeta and Goku. They can't be like Xeno or anything like that. At least if you want to activate like these abilities here. And I'm sure this Vegito here looks like, yeah, to Union Potara, you have to use a Goku and a Vegeta. And that's great because as you can see, it costs nothing. So you basically have to just play these guys out. So that would be like 2, but you don't have to pay for this Union Potara. That's awesome. And then it says here, if you have a final Kamehameha in your battle area, switches to active mode. So that's excellent. This feature that they've added has really made the game even more fun. It's like, you know, in Magic the Gathering, things like an enchantment or something like that. It's really cool. It's epic. It looks awesome to see. I like how they did it also in the horizontal landscape. Just so awesome. So as long as that's out, you can draw a card when you Potara, and then now you can also give this guy here dual attack. It doesn't have blocker, but again, this deck, I can already tell, wants you to play aggressively. So super cool. Lastly, once per turn during the battle, if your black Vegito card is in battle, use up to 1 card from under this in a combo. So there you go. That's pretty cool. So you can negate the skill and just use it as a combo. So you can go up to, you know, 20, 25. And then once this gets put in the drop, and then again, the other Goku gets put in the drop, you can already start to recur them with the Trunks. And then maybe there'll be other Vegitos you can play in this deck. Who knows if there'll be, well, actually, there's at least, I think, 2 from the Critical Blow set, which I have play sets of. So they're going to be going in here. And, you know, in the future, I'm sure they can release more. But I'm super stoked to play this deck. I think this is going to be like the first black deck I really just play a lot. My other 2 favorites are villains, right? I have the Finn deck and the Sin Shenron deck. I do have the Goku Guardian History, but that one's been hit with so many bans, so I'll have to bring it back because, again, we're not playing with a lot of those bans. And I want to see if that deck is OP, or, you know, if it's some of those SS3, SS4 Gojitas are still too OP in the current environment, but maybe not. But either way, this will be something you can play too at your locals. You know, it's going to be fair, I guess you could say, if you want to play with the current Bandai bans. But anyways, lastly, we'll just take a look here, and I'll go through the rest of the deck really fast. But the skill here is if you leader card, yep, it's the Vegito. When you play, draw or play up to a Vegito help has arrived. Okay, so both of these helped has arrived. Basically play each other from the deck or from the drop. Pretty nice. Yep. For the game, what the heck? That's kind of hard to keep track of, though. That's interesting, meaning if I play this guy, let's say turn 1 I play him, and I play this Vegeta from the deck, then that means that this skill would be negated for the game. So that means none of my Vegeta help arrived can ever activate their version, because I'm sure, yeah, their version is to play that and then grab the Goku. So that's a little interesting. Now, again, the good thing is once you have 2 of them, I mean, you're pretty much set, because again, you can recur them with like Trunks and stuff like that, and you can still just draw them through your deck and just play them as normally. Lastly, though, add 1 card from your life to your hand. So if you want to bring your life down and awaken, it gives you that option to self-awaken. It's pretty cool. You can just at least make it up to 10k by taking a life. So that option is fine. But essentially, that's great card advantage, and it makes the deck fast, right? Turn 1, you always would probably want to mulligan for one of these 2. So you drop 1, and then you pull the other one out from your deck. And then again, that skill is negated for the game. And again, it's tricky because it's like, does that 1 card lose its skills negated for the game? I have to look that up. Or do all of them? Because that's hard to keep track, right? Let's say you play 1 with the Goku and its skills are negated for the game. You play a second one and then they both get put to the drop. You're like, oh no, which is the one that got negated? But whatever, I'll look that up. Sure, I'm probably overcomplicating it, but either way, if you just play it the way, you know, it says negate the skills for the game, you just negate all of them, then you should still be fine. But yeah, this is a reason why you want to get at least 2 of the starter decks or buy play sets of all of these. These are going to be must-haves for the deck. And there's that. And then we'll just take like a minute just to go through this real quick. This video went a little bit long, but I'm really excited about this deck. So yeah, Power Burst is a great card. You know, again, another option here that shows you why black has a lot of good stuff. This has been around for a while. See, SW set, and basically BT, what, 5? Yeah, BT 5, and it's just a great negate. But it says here that you can choose up to 1 black battle card from your drop or your warp that costs 1 and add to your hand. So again, going back to this stuff, yeah, that would be too kind of broken if you keep drawing and doing all of this with these guys. So you just use them once for their skills, but you can still keep pulling them back out of your drop with like Trunks, with Power Burst. So really, really cool. So here they gave us another Vegito, powers combined. This is another older one here, but this one on the unit Pitara costs 1 of any color, so still usable. And wow, this gives you a lot of, again, offensive impact. Look at that. You play this, draw a card. If it was played by Union, draw a card. Guess what? If you have the final Kamehameha, as people like to say sometimes, draw a card. I mean, like, that's ridiculous. And then what else have we got here? Super Saiyan Trunks. We just got some flavor, vanilla flavor cards here. Looks really nice. I probably want to pick this up in a foil. These are super combos. These are awesome. For rare super combos to get 4 of these. And it's a draw. It's a put 1 underneath and draw 2, man. I actually don't even think I ever got a playset of these, because I think last year they were going for like $6-7 or something. So yeah, this is excellent. So I'm gonna have 8 of these now for black decks. See, I have these guys already here. This is nice too for that offensive push, and they actually do fill the role. 1 costing Gokus. These guys come out and they can actually hit that 15k threshold to get most leaders at the same time. This is always great because before you start doing any big attacks, this is a good strategy to hold on to, the Goku True Fighting Spirit. Play it on the turn, and then if they don't counterplay this or remove it, you can attack, and then basically if they counter your big attack or something, or one of your big attackers, then you get to choose a card out of their hand and make them discard. Like that's what makes this card so incredible. And then you got the Vegeta True Fighting Spirit. So yeah, having multiple copies of these guys are awesome, because they're pretty much going to provide the fuel for a lot of black decks that want to do Union for sure. Although, you know, it's interesting. I think these guys are Xeno, so let's go back really quick. No, so hold on. Son Goku. Interesting. I actually don't think you can use these guys as materials, right? Or can you? Why would they put it in this deck? Another thing I got to double check. It's been a while since I played with Pitara, man. If you guys know in the comments below, drop it. But I guess, yeah, I don't know, man. It's because it's like Son Goku Xeno, so that might actually not work. But let's see what else they'll give us. Either way, All good. No, here. No, these are all Xenos, man. Interesting. Well, the good news is, let's see about this really quick. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Maybe you can. Again, I'll double check. But lastly, these are about 15 bucks before in the SR, with the full foils. So I picked up like 2 of these. I got one in a pack, I think, way back in the day. But getting another, 2 per starter deck is just awesome. Here's another one of these great counters where basically it removes something from the game, warps it just for a little bit, giving you a time to, let's see, because it says here, when this card is, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, send to this warp. At the end of the turn, play any card sent to the warp by the skill to the owner's battle areas with their skills negated. Yeah, great, because if they haven't attacked with a battle card yet, and you warp it and it comes back with its skills negated, man, that can be huge. And then just some more like draw ones, not bad. Here's another great one now. Surprised they only gave us 2. This was recently released also, and towards the end of the Unison Warrior, and it's the final counter negate token that Black never had. And then what else do we got here? Nice. Yeah, it's the final battle at hand. This is also a cool little card. Yeah, this is from the new Zenkai set. It's awesome. You play it for 1, it replaces itself, so great first turn. It can turn into just a little bit of a blocker, or you can also combo and Z-energy it. And yeah, I have this guy, Polymorphic Patara, in my red Vegito deck. And this is awesome too, because it only costs 1 of any color. And let's see, negate their skills, play them, so it lets you fetch a Goku and a Vegeta. And then place them in the drop area. So you're going to lose them at the end of the turn, but if you're able to play them and then also capitalize on another Union Patara, then you'll definitely be higher up on value with this card. So it's still a great card overall. And here's the Mirror Unison. I've never had this before. This card can attack if it has 2 or fewer more. Oh, I remember this. You may choose a card in your hand, which is not bad. I mean, you play it for whatever you want, but you play it for 1 and you +1 it. You already can attack. It says you may choose 1 card in your hand and send it to your warp, and then you can draw. So you basically cycle through, but for each card in your warp, you get 5k for the battle. So this guy can actually build up to a pretty strong attack. It doesn't have double or critical or whatever, but he just lets you cycle through. And what's nice is there could be some other interactions with other black cards that help bring stuff from your warp either into play or into your drop and stuff like that. So could be a good option for maybe other black decks, if not this one. But there you guys go. Whew, spent a while on this, man. I was really enjoying just looking through the cards and reading it. I didn't spoil much of anything. I think I looked through one video really quick, like skimmed it before buying this, but I didn't really take the time to understand the mechanics. But man, this is really fun. It's straightforward, but I think there's going to be some good strategic options when you try to look into building black. But if you want to play something that is, aggro offense oriented based on, Vegito, and, some of this new stuff like this Kamehameha, this deck looks like it's going to be really fun. So I'll be definitely building it up and battling this both for fun and competitively. There you guys go. All right, well, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you picked it up yet? If not, what are you waiting for? You might as well just get it and put it in your collection. And the cards just look awesome, guys. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget, keep your faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We're coming back at you. Peace.